Very good morning to my fellow TPCans from around the globe. This is John once again, broadcasting from Melbourne. And we are in the morning of the 23rd, and we have crossed the winter solstice, which is that now from now on, the days will be getting longer and brighter. That is indeed a welcome thing. And hopefully that the weather will also become more and more mild and we will be able to enjoy the beautiful weather that our God, the Creator, has given to us. Today, we would like to uh, get how we are going to establish and to strengthen uh, the TBC program. Recently, admin has come up with this question and the challenge to us uh, to put on our thinking cap and to understand and to locate uh, where our strength lies in TBC. So Randy Wilson, the voice of TBC, has very capably and skillfully done a broadcast which explained to us that broadcasting is the underlying campaign to make TBC a strong, viable, and profitable program for not only you and I, but for the whole world at large. This was the observation that Randy Wilson shared with us. He said, we have observed that there are some people who are rather passive and hang their hands down, not putting their hands to work, not motivated to get involved, and all they do is they hope to be able to wait until such a time that they only need to just press a button and then everything is laid out for them. On the other hand, there are also some who complain and say, well, I have waited long enough. When do I get my cash out? I'm only looking at numbers, but where is the cash? So they have been murmuring, they have been uh, accusing, and they have fallen into the traps of the elites. The truth is, if we read the blog and stick with it, we would have all the answers, we would have all the information, and we won't be stressed and we won't remain uninformed. The blog will tell you all that you need to know. First of all, let's recognize the movements in TVC. We now have an ongoing and an underlying campaign, which is broadcasting. And it means that they have come up with such brilliant ideas to motivate and to dispense information and also to be able to keep the masses informed. It is quite difficult for one person, the admin, to inform over 3 million, in future up to a billion members. It is therefore the necessity to have a big broadcasting platform. So therefore, we are daily having a new members income or migrating or sign up on board of TBC, and we need to constantly dispense information in a simple manner that would be easily understandable by everyone. When any member has reached the stage of understanding where he will say that he observed that the blog is repeating over and over the same materials, then this is a sign of understanding, of maturity, uh, of understanding the concept of TBC. And it is now time for this member to start dispensing what he knows through the platform of broadcasting and stepping up as a broadcaster. It is time for this member to be counted and to take responsibility and work alongside admin and also together with us, the other broadcasters. Looking at the latest uh, posting in the blog, there is a powerful question posted which asks, are you a TBCN or a Kringer? Offhand, uh, most of us would think, are we not the same? No, we are not the same. TBCNs do broadcast. Kringers do not. So our participation in TBC has to do with the actions that we are taking. Let us ask ourselves, what is the participation level we are at? What are we doing? Who are we being? We have a choice of who we want to be. Who is a TBCN and who is a Kringer? The answer is this. A Kringer is one who does not have an entire TBC in their possession. This means he is far from becoming a TBCN. The present value of one full TBC, when it comes into full maturity, is going to be equivalent to $2.6 billion. They will be in the billionaire status. While we based the TBC on the old system, value against the euro, it would mean we would receive an approximate 1 billion euro dollar. But since the conversion to the new dollar, the TBC now is based upon grains of gold, and every single member is valued at 1 grain of gold. By the time and when we reach 1 billion members, we would have 1 billion grain of gold. And based on today's market, that would convert to $2.6 billion. So it is double what we would have expected to gain when it was based on the euro. Now coming back to the status of Kringlers and Division. Kringles would, on the other hand, be mainly on the millionaire status. They would not be on the billionaire status. Okay? Therefore, our goal must be to become a PTCN, meaning we have at least to possess one TBC in our wallet, the TBC 009 wallet. TBCN does not mean that you are a member of TBC. It's not just by name only. And then you call yourself a TBCN. No, that is not the case. Every TBCN must have at least one full TBC in his wallet. Here is the seed. Here's the key to becoming a TBCN. These are the people who do broadcasts. And why is it so? The TBCN know that the activity of the broadcast, the activities of the broadcasting generate TBC. How is that? There are all kinds of rewards that we get, and we can make sales, and we can also earn cookies through initiative, through activities, and through input. So the people who want to be TBCNs must rise up to become broadcaster, which is the now what main is telling us. The main tool towards achieving wealth is to become broadcasters. People who are TBCNs have enough TBC in their possession, and they want more transactions, and they want to spread the word. The blog that admin has put up asking this question of whether you are a TBCN or a Kringle sounds almost like a warning. I repeat this. The question that has been put up by admin asking whether you are a TBCN or a Kringle sounds almost like a warning. Anyone who wants to be a physician or already one must be a broadcaster. The idle thinker who does not make an effort to become a broadcaster will most likely remain a thinker. Secondly, let's revisit a recent talk yesterday. It is that Yin has revealed or opened up the opportunity of a new uh, promotion starting from 21st June to 21st July 2018, which one offers a quantum leap of paying 5 times bonus for broadcasters or 500% bonus for broadcasters. Now, how does this work out? Let us look at the current status token reward system. Comparing this with the new reward system, we see here that there are two types of rewards. There is the broadcaster basic reward, and also there is the basic members cookie reward. Excuse me. The broadcaster's reward is for those who make broadcasts that have been approved by admin. So it means to say the broadcasters must first make their broadcast, then they submit the broadcast for admin to review and to approve. So once that has been approved, automatically the system would post the cookie rewards into our wallet. On the other hand, a basic cookie reward is for those who may be active in BBC. They just have not done a broadcast and they have not been approved by admin as yet. So the existing basic gift for both broadcasters and non-broadcasters today would be like this. It will be the same. Admin has already increased this from 25,000 to 125,000 cookies. This is a massive jump of 5 times. So again, admin has also given us a carrot. The incentive is broadcasters attending send button meeting will earn 1 million uh, cookies, but non-broadcasters will only get 1,000 cookies. So you can see that the moment you have migrated from the old wallet to the new wallet, you would have your send button on and you would therefore be qualified to attend the send button meeting. And if you are a non-broadcaster, each time you join the send button meeting, you earn only 1,000 cookies. Whereas if you step up and become broadcaster, you'll be earning 1 million cookies. Now the other incentive is this. When broadcasters purchase $100 worth of Pringles, you would be rewarded with 100 million cookies. Wow, this is a big carrot for us. This is so much of a benefit for us. But if you are a non-broadcaster, you purchase $100, you will only get 100,000 cookies. Now, this is a no-brainer. If we want to build up our wealth, if we want to build up our our cookies and build up our rewards, jump into it. Now the offer is on between the period of 21st June to 21st July. All right. So all cookies reward will be increased by 500 times during this promotion period. So another incentive is this. For broadcasters attending send button meeting, we would be able to be rewarded with 5 million cookies. And non-broadcasters who attend the send button meeting will gain only 5,000 cookies. One other incentive is this. We had been having uh, the 100 paid referrals bonus all the while. Now, broadcasters who bring in 100 paid referrals will gain 5 billion cookies. And broadcasters who pay uh, $100 to purchase a Kringle will get 500 million cookies. Non-broadcasters who purchase $100 purchase will only get 500,000. So there is a big difference. There is a big incentive that has been laid out by admin. So admin has given us the tool. Admin has laid it out for us, plainly for us to see. The incentives are given, the tools are in our hand, it now is in our hand. So in the terms of football, the ball is now at our feet. How do we play this game? How do we see the future of ourselves? How do we want to succeed? It's all up to us. This cookie system that admin has presented is indeed the most rewarding. The kind of money that the cookie reward system puts into our account is incredible. All these cookies are of value, and when we redeem them in 2018, they will be converted into Kringle coins, which has a monetary value, which is 1 billion grain of gold, equivalent to $2.8 billion today. So we must recognize this as value. But if we are not proactive, if we are not ready to help, we are not ready to build, we would not then be maximizing our potentials. The ball is at our feet. I repeat it again. You need to kick the ball. You need to be proactive. You need to play the game, be involved in the game. The truth is there are a lot of innovators out there promoting PVC. We are currently still in the innovator phase and have not even entered into the early adopters phase yet. But even in this current innovating stage, there are lots of us out there already promoting, already actively building the TTC economy. So all these who are innovators, promoters, they would be well and richly rewarded. So when you look at this opportunity of being able to collect cookies, which can be converted to Kringle's coins, and then the Kringle coins would be then convertible to fiat currencies or things that we need, like electronic appliances, cars, etc. Because this is already an established fact. There are many, many stores, businesses that have already started to accept Kringle coins as a legal tender for trade. We can now buy and sell properties, you can buy, sell, and sell cars, you can buy and sell your household equipment, all using Kringles. So therefore, TBC is not a dream. TBC is not an imagination. a pigmentation of the mind, but PBC is real. PBC is here to stay. Now, come back to the offer, the 1 month offer. This offer that admin is giving to us is truly incredible. A new member who has never been in PBC before will get $10,000 worth of cookies, which is equivalent to 125,000 cookies. But if we were to equate it with dollars, it is around $10,000. Then the new member would then be encouraged to buy $100 worth of cookies to get $40,000 worth in cookie rewards without even doing any broadcast. So the joining fees, the joining bonus, plus the $100 of fingers that they buy, and the $10 admin fees that they pay, that means to say they now have a potential of $50,000 worth of Pringles by the time they convert and redeem the cookies into Pringles in the month of November 2018. Isn't this a very good offer? Compare this to the old model. It is more than double the amount that they would expect to get. With the increase in the numbers of members of the Pringle coins, appreciate in tandem, which means the new member can profit with more than $50,000 that we just estimated earlier. By the time we get to November, the Pringle definitely will be worth much more than that. This is one of the best offers ever for a basic member of a community during the last redemption period, which was extended from 1st May to June 15. During that period, all members were treated like they were broadcasters when it came to cookie rewards, but very few step up to perform like broadcasters. The long-term vision is that our success will rest in the hands of a massive group of YouTube broadcasters because, as explained earlier, there is power in number, there is strategy in networking, and the strategy of PDC is to establish, expand, and to secure a network globally, which would encompass the whole globe, which means that there would be TBC leaders, TBC YouTube broadcasters in every city, in every county, in every country, in every nation, in every uh, continent all over the world. So let us imagine that every broadcaster is a light to the world. Then we can see a picture of the globe being lit up all over, all around, from the top to the bottom, from the left to the right. We will be able to see the lights of the broadcaster enveloping and enclosing the whole globe. Wouldn't that be a wonderful sight to behold? Now, when we have such a network, this is what admin referred to. It is like that of a hydra. The network of broadcasters will be so united, would be so effective, would be so strong that we would be able to stand and overcome even the most uh, the great assaults of the elites and the enemies of abundance. So the innovation of an advantage-based currency, money, will need a perceived acceptance of a large group that is irrefutable. Some layers dismiss that our numbers of over 3 million members because they don't see enough forecasters, or many are still shy, many are still hiding in the shadows, and it is only the broadcasters standing up firm and strong for TBC that has inspired us to move forward. So, looking back, have you suspected that the whole game of life is rigged? The suspicion is correct. In this world, there are globalists that control the whole world. There are globalists that control the whole nation, and there are globalists who control even the people. You are being ripped off, and not just in a financial sense. You are being ripped off in your time, you are being ripped off in your energy, and efforts have been exploited, and your efforts have been exploited. It seems like the evil people that set up this whole system in the world are not even satisfied with what they have already uh, uh, done so far. It seems like they won't stop spreading artificial scarcity until they also possess your soul. Is this alarming? Yes, it is more than alarming. Unfortunately, most people have literally been brainwashed by the world system into believing that scarcity is normal and scarcity is acceptable. Let me tell you this, it is not. The most natural thing that God has created is abundance, and humanity is being robbed of all the dreams and aspirations in achieving abundance. Do you see yourself in this situation? If by now you have no idea what I'm talking about, then the elites have succeeded in your case in keeping you in the dark, completely unaware of what is really happening. The billion coin is an answer for the masses. It has been designed to be an easy and simple solution to lift the poor out of poverty in just a matter of few short months. Now you may consider yourself to be poor right now, but let's face it, you are not a billionaire, right? Would you like to be a billionaire? Most would immediately say no to that question. And once again, that would be another example of the mind control and the conditioning you are under. The truth is, you don't need a billion to be happy. But if you have a billion, you will have the power to also make a lot of others very happy. Is that right? Yeah. How can we return the world to a state of abundance and prosperity? First of all, we have to change everyone's mind. It's the only way. When everyone believes in abundance and prosperity for all, then that's when it will happen. Motivating people to wake up is not an easy thing to do. Perhaps if there was $1 billion incentive to wake up to the good life, maybe that will work. Well, the billion coin begins that experiment. All you need potentially is just one BBC coin to someday become a millionaire, because that is the highest the price will ever go for this coin based on the software formula driving the price of it. Just owning these BBC coins is not enough to become wealthy. The truth is, education is required to become wealthy, and the TBC block is dedicated to deliver you at no additional cost. But if you don't take the time needed to get this education, then you'll be doomed to make mistakes that harm us from being uneducated. Wealthy people are not lazy, but a lot of poor people are very lazy. So it's up to you. Do you truly want to be wealthy? Or are you okay just the way you are? The choice is yours. Choose wisely. By design, we were always going to have a million billionaires and a billion billionaires in our TBC economy in order to have the right mixture for a long-term sustainable system, a money supply that would enable us to fulfill our mission to end poverty globally. The lack of billionaires and millionaires in the system we have today is insufficient to support the cause of ending poverty. The elite design it that way, and they know the system perpetuates poverty forever. The elites are parasites on what God has created and literally suck the lifeblood of people away from them into their position of power over the people. BBC is here to restore the birthrights of the people back to the people. BBC is the money of the people, by the people, and for the people. Our success in BBC will change the whole world for the better, creating a state of abundance for all. However, your acceptance, your perception is the main obstacle in our path to turn BBC into a huge success. And broadcasters are needed to affect the perception of the masses into a new version of reality that has not been seen in a thousand of years. I cannot make a point more clear than that of how important the role of broadcasters are in our BBC economy. So the broadcasters will be the billionaire PBCians, while the basic members will be the millionaire crinkles. That drive of the effort of the broadcasting billionaire. So a million broadcasters will be more than enough to change the perspective of almost everyone on earth because we speak the truth out loud. So therefore, we need to get out from our seat. We need to rise up. We need to stand up and be counted and be identified, acknowledged, and accepted as broadcasters for the BBC. So my dear fellow TBCians, my dear fellow criminals, this is the time. It's now or never. Rise up, be counted, be broadcasters. Thank you for attending, and I hope you have learned something from it. And I will continue to do my part to impart and to disperse whatever knowledge that I gain on the blog. As I said, the blog is our reference, the blog is our starting point, the blog is where all the information is given by me. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat box and I'll check through them and I will respond to you accordingly. So uh, I've finished my half an hour allocation and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a good day, be prosperous, be healthy, and be blessed. Bye bye. Don't saying bye bye here. See you next day.